Hello, Gorringes are on view this time, off with a bang. We've got our sale on the 22nd of April and we're in the warehouse and we've done quite a lot in the main sale room looking at smalls over the past few weeks, so I'm going to talk to you again about furniture and try and encourage you to buy some, which would always be nice if people bought some furniture. But this isn't really furniture. Look at this. Ever fancied a great big cannon? Well, now is your chance. Lot 1105. Don't worry, it's not too heavy to move. It's made of fiberglass or something similar. I guess like a film prop or something along those lines. The main body is equally, although very effective looking. Really does look the part. Amazing what they can do. So there we go. All kind of Pirates of the Caribbean or what have you. 1105, lovely big cannon. Something else that might be useful. How about a nice big garden fountain? This one is made of stone, some form of marble, nicely weathered, slightly sort of disconsolate looking lion. I think he's sort of fed up with permanently spitting water or something, but yeah, got a nice bit of weathering, useful size, I guess, lot 1001. Heading backwards, let's see if we can find some furniture that might actually be furniture rather than not furniture. And as I stagger backwards, yes, here's a theme for you, small. We're going to talk about small as well. So 1046, an Edwardian washstand with marble top, single drawer, a bit of an understage, actually quite a useful little piece of furniture in a spare bedroom or what have you. And then it's accompanying, no, it's not accompanying, but look, very much of the period, 1045, Edwardian, what we call a dressing chest because the mirror is fixed to the chest. Circa 1900, 1910, but I guess made as a demonstration model, or sometimes they get called apprentice pieces, but I can't see an apprentice making that. Maybe they did. Anyway, 1045, a miniature dressing chest. Smallish and useful, 1039. I remember seeing these in a house, can't remember where, I think it was Crowborough. But very useful, little shallow drawers, but nice bedside chests. We always see some demand for bedside furniture because everybody needs something by their bed. Number of chests of drawers in the sale, many of them reasonably to particularly appealing, but small is the theme. 1033, look at this one. This is Dutch marquetry. So marquetry is when it's pictorial, parquetry is when it's geometric. So if it was just a sort of chessboard design, that'd be parquetry. But this is flowers, so it's marquetry, and it's set into walnut, which is quite typical. It's Dutch, it's, I would say, 19th century. You've got this range of drawers. So here's a deep one. Very shallow, please note. It's not always an advantage, but there we go, the 5 drawers to it. It's a nice looking thing, we like that. Then a bureau. I know we harp on about bureaus, but if you're going to have a bureau, this is a nice one to have. Perhaps somewhat faded, but still retaining sort of character in the grain. Nice brassware to it. Opening up the fall, we've got a good interior. It's in oak, which oak is the wood at the moment rather than mahogany still, and it's got a well, that sliding door there to get into the understage, which is the earlier form of bureau. By sort of into the George III period, you start getting a drawer at the top instead of the well, or drawers, 2 drawers. So there we go. There's a bureau for you that might be worth consideration. 1017, certainly hope it is. Then, heading round the corner, I think we are now. We go past some sort of mid-century furniture, some shutters, some wicker chairs, very much a sort of mid-century wall unit, not to everybody's taste, I'm sure, but this one's got a sort of smart look to it. 1073. It is back as a re-offer. It will be less expensive this time. Down the line, and are we getting wide angle here?
Yes.
Yeah, look at the array of what we have, from sort of quirky bedroom chairs, shabbily chic painted chest of drawers here, 1085 with the sort of green bleeding through the grey paint. More miniature furniture, look at that, 1087, rather sweet little miniature bow front chest there with the knob handles, look like there might be bone or ivory, we will have assessed that. And then next to it, More usable, but still of pleasingly small proportions, is George III mahogany chest, 2 short, 3 long drawers, bracket feet. The magic number was always 30 inches. If it was under 30 inches in width, then it was small and good. 28's better. If it was over, then it's a biggie and it's less desirable. It's how it used to work back in the day, and I'm sure still has some effect these days. A copper 1064, again remaining popular. Size and condition having some small bearing upon those. I don't think this was made by Quietude for Simmons, but look at this beautifully shabby chic chair here of 1097. Almost so beautiful one wouldn't touch it, but just sort of not sit in it or let your unpopular uncle.
Look at the legs, aren't they pretty?
Yeah,
They've got
everything,
flowers
yeah,
on.
they're really cute, aren't they? Everything
Gorgeous.
about that is kind of fun.
Lovely.
So there we go, a very shabby chair. Then a churn, a butter churn, 1057, but we're talking small, and this is an unusually small one again, isn't it? They're usually sort of more big barrel size. I guess that's more practical for the household size. And there we go, you've got the crank handle to produce the butter. So that's another unusual item. Small and useful, 1053, Edwardian. Delicate, slender, tapered leg, occasional table, but this one has a removable tray top, could come in handy.
Nice detail.
Yeah, which locks in. It's just little features like that that sometimes make things that little bit better. So there we go, a good selection of furniture for you to choose from. There'll be more in the main sale room. Look at the floor, there's always carpets. And then last but not least, from a deceased estate with an instruction to sell, 1183, this is one of these electric bicycles. Goodness gracious,
That's smart,
we say.
isn't it?
A Decay Oasis, leather seat, copper pipe at the front. It's got all the nice little features. The boys have had a good try on it and say it doesn't charge, so it will need work. But very expensive to buy new, and I'm sure the specialist could fix that up and get it running again. So, as usual, whatever you might think you want and need, you can come along here and almost certainly find something else that you don't need but do want. So come along with you as ever. We'll go and look in the main sale room. Okay, here we are in the smalls, good selection, trying to pick out unusual things for you to enjoy the look of. How about this? Lot 1255, a brutalist design. And of course, brutalism is something that is starting to get looked at again. And this one's by Dome of France, so good make. Would have been kind of ignored and passed over in more recent years, but now perhaps coming to the fore, that sort of style. So 1255, something different for you to keep your eye on. Then again, an array of ceramics, glass and other interesting collectibles. But we're really only trying to pick out the curiosities that strike my eye, anyway, for you. So, to that effect, we like lights. We're going to talk about lighting as well. Lot 1314.
So pretty.
Lovely bit of glass there. Bede or something similar. It's very much in the style of Dome or Gallet, and of that period, but just by a different maker. But beautifully done. Cameo glass. They overlay it, they acid etch it and cut it away with the original mount. Fix it up to your light fitting, get a nice rose, bit of chain, rather nice that, 1314. We're going to have to go around the corner and there's a squeezy gap there. So
Go on, I'll watch you.
Demonstrating my svelte form,
Yes.
I slide through the gap to show you completely out of fashion, but rather lovely, 1345. Look at that, what a pattern. This
Colours
is
are great, aren't they?
Derby, a Derby porcelain tea and coffee service. We've got the teapot, we've got the sugar bowl, we've got a stand. They usually call these a teapot stand. Why did they make it oval when the base was rounded, rectangular? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to answer that.
No, I wasn't going to answer that because it strikes me as it is the same pattern. So maybe they just had left over that shape and they thought, let's use them up. I don't know. Coffee cans to match. Good lot of it there, 1345. Should slightly buck the trend because it is that little bit special. Scanning around, these caught our eye.
They're great fun, aren't they?
Lot 1422. I mean, they're
Those
turned
shades.
ebonized wood,
Yeah.
but with these rather stylish shades.
They're
And the
great.
matching, look, the matching turned wood finials. It's the details that
They're a
make the
good size
difference.
as well, aren't
They're
they?
a good size. They're a very 1970s, I suppose, look. And, you know, we don't see that many of that type. So scarcity is also what it's all about, and there weren't that many nice quality 70s things that have lasted to our knowledge. Maybe they'll start coming out the woodwork. Still on lighting from property again in Crowborough, 1387. Lovely Edwardian hall light. Probably looking at the fittings,
Yeah.
that is threaded,
Yes.
which suggests a brass column would have come down from a ceiling rose. Now with chain, but really nice, just lovely colours, sort of classically elegant and smart.
Yes.
A curious lot of glassware here, where much of it I wouldn't dwell on, lot 1390, but look at that decanter. Talk about age of elegance, this fabulous gilt thistle, a silver, English silver hallmarked collar with stopper. Just a really smart, stylish piece of glass, that. I've seen a lot of Palissy of varying qualities in the sale. 1411 is probably, to be blunt, the lower end of the quality scale, rather sort of crudely potted, but bear it in mind, I'll show you some more. Also a lot of Zolnay, 1410, the Hungarian pottery. Look at this, Hungarian influence forms. Two there, but various other Zolnay throughout the sale. Sitting next to this very heavy French bronze vase, Belle Epoque period, and we have the age signed here, P. Le Castellois, and then we have morning, matin, as a youth, midday as an elegant sun lady, I suppose, and then evening as the bearded old man. The course of the day, lot 1409.
Great fun.
Great fun indeed. More booze as ever scattered throughout the sale. There's some more Zolnay. I was saying, remember the Palissy. Do you remember the Palissy? Well, here's another bit that's a sort of more finer. Caldas was the main factory in Portugal, making a lot of this in the 19th century. And there we have a Palissy jug or ewer with cover and stand. Quite unusual to have all three not broken and still together.
It's incredible.
With these detailed toads and other reptiles and a great big lizard handle. Great fun. Seen a bit of a price jump in this. I think decorators have sort of taken to it to some extent. So 1403, there we go, Palissy of a slightly finer scale. Loads of silver in the cabinet, lots of good chunky pieces. A quick nip behind the counter. I said a nip behind the counter for 1451, a rushlight holder. Probably 17th century, and very collectible for the people that like early oak and that sort of thing. Again, the sort of item that could rust, break, get thrown away, become redundant to use, and therefore fairly scarce. Won't be huge money, but it's a nice little thing, and it looks 100% original and working, which we like. At the other end of the metalware scale, there's a lovely French Art Nouveau bronze with a remain of its matted gilded finish. I guess a paperweight. We've got a label underneath. Bouval. Subject, woman draped and flowers, bronze Art Nouveau, a Port Bouvard. So nice little thing that. Signed up, 1462. Again, just nice quality. Plenty of other quality in the sale. Quick look at the jewellery. So, good mixture of jewellery. I'm looking in the cabinet, lots there, 70, 80 lots at least. Lovely mixture. Picking out a few highlights for you. 1901, little diamond brooch, early 20th century, unusual design. Very pretty, delicate. Should we do lot order just for fun?
Yeah.
1913, there's a charm bracelet, rather splendid one. What have we got? We've got a little chicken and egg there.
Situation.
We've got a better, bigger chicken and egg with some enameling to the chick. There's Moses with the 10 Commandments. So real nice mixture there, lot 1913. 1927, how about butterflies? I think from the similar job. Pretty little enameled examples. That one's on gold. That one looks like it might be on silver. There's a gem set variety. 3 in the lot for you, 1927. 1935, here's a nice mixed lot of rings. Look at that. Very pretty. White opals. Are there diamond chips there? Yeah, I think there might be, but they're very tiny. But with it, you get this pretty little cluster, a bit grubby, 1 stone missing, please note, and a dinky little 3 stone, all of that sort of 1910-20 period. Then over this way, 1943, just a little sort of thistly type gold brooch with that Baroque pearl, nice uneven shape. Is it thistle? I suppose it's thistle. It could be sort of palm leaves, couldn't it, actually? It's whatever you want it to be in the best trend of the auctioneer.
See, I thought it was an acorn.
Well, maybe, yeah, but that's not an oak leaf, is it? So I don't know. It's a thing. Moving on quickly, 1963. Here's a lovely, chunky Albert. Good link, good solid, link marked, individually marked to each link. Lovely big solid thing, and in a lovely colour of rose gold, 1963. And last but not least, laid out beautifully so you can see it, 1973. It's very elegant, sort of early 20th century, Nouveau inspired amethyst and rose gold necklace. So there we are, some choice bits right throughout the sale for you. Good one to come and see. Bear in mind our deadline for the fine sale is sometime in May, and we're getting scarily towards May, so start thinking about that. If you have anything you'd like us to consider, give us a call. We'd be very happy to come around and have a look. Otherwise, we really hope to see you at the View, or if you can't get here, do send us your requests, any comments of interest, and loads of bids, please. Thank you very much.